Hello, today I will show you an easy way to find out the size of your main jet. And in this video I will show you how. Well, hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about the main jet. The main jet inside the carburetor, right here, they're made of brass. But you know, sometimes you want to upgrade your main jet because you want to have a little more fuel in your engine to have a better combustion and have a better performance with your scooter. Now, when you want to upgrade your main jet, it's right inside your carburetor, on the lower part of your carburetor. You just open up the lower part of your carburetor and you're going to see the main jet. Now, there is one big question. What is the main jet size right here? And how do you find what's the main jet size? Because the problem that these companies, what they do not write any numbers on this main jet. Or sometimes they do and you're really lucky. The only way to look is to look on the side of the main jet, and sometimes it's really small. Really small. So what do? Usually I grab my phone and I take a picture, you know, and I try to enlarge this main jet as much as I can to see if I can see a number there. So I need to enlarge as much as I can this main jet, taking a picture on the main jet. That's one of the things that you can do to see a better number on the main jet, if you can, if there is any number, you know. So try to take a picture of the main jet if you can, so you can have a better look of the main jet, and try to look around left and right of the little main jet to see what will be the number. Because when you want to upgrade your main jet, you really don't know, because some companies they will place a 105, some company they will place 115, some companies will place 110. You know, for sure, usually 99.9% of the time, what they do, they will try to give you the smaller jet as possible to reduce any pollution and to reduce fuel consumption on your scooter. But if you want to upgrade this one and you really want to know what is the size of this main jet, or even the pilot jet if you want to upgrade the pilot jet, but you should not upgrade your pilot jet unless you change your bore motor size to a large one. At that point you should change the pilot jet. But changing the main jet, you really need to know what is the size. The only way to know is to buy the drill bits. Those are micro drill bits. These drill bits, they have numbers on top. Those numbers will tell you the number. Now, a main jet that is a 100 main jet is a 1.0 millimeter. Okay? If you go lower than that, you have a 0.5. That's a 50. You can look here, and there is all the numbers. You know, if you have a 1.0 drill bit, that's 1 millimeter, that will be 100, okay? Now if you have a 0.5, that will be a 50 main jet. Now if you have 85, that will be an 85 main jet. It's a 0.85. All these drill bits, they will help you to find the right size that your scooter has on the main jet. Now, another thing that you can do too, after you find out what is the size of this main jet, what you're going to do, you can have like a driller with a reduction right here, and you can place a little drill bit and you can make this hole larger. Okay, so the thing is easy. I show you how to measure this main jet right now. So if you cannot see right here any numbers on the main jet, and you really want to find out what is the size of your main jet, right here you have a little baby drill bits, okay, with the micro drill bits. So you can start for if you have a 150cc scooter GY6, you know, more or less this main jet should be above 100. So start with 100 is 1.0 right here on the little box. You're gonna see appear 1.0. That's where you should start. Okay. Sometimes it's 110, but usually when you have right here, when you have a GY 650cc, you should try with 100 drill bits right here to see what's the size of your main jet. Now with this one, you can try if it's gonna fit inside. This one look like it goes inside, and the drill bits, it just is slightly dragging in to go inside. So it should be this one maybe 102 or 105 maximum. Okay, that's what will be this little main jet. Now if you want to upgrade this main jet, what you can do, you just grab a larger drill bit, usually 115, 120. That 120 will be 1.2. Okay, so that will be the 1.2 millimeter. That will be a 120 main jet. Now if you have a air filter, if you have an exhaust, a 120 will be the perfect size. Now depends, if you're a sea level, this one will be a great size, 1.2 millimeter. Okay, 120. If you are higher and above, the air density is a lot lower, you need to have a 110, a 105. On a higher altitude is a lower main jet. On a lower altitude you can go with a larger main jet. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you just grab, first we're gonna put this one back. That is remember this one was 100, okay, 1.00, and you can put it right here. Now you can go to 120. Okay, 120 will be 1.2 right here on the little box. You just look over here, you're gonna have 1.2. See, this one is one way to find out the size of your main jet. With these little drill bits you can find the, see, this one you can try. See, the hole is really small, okay, and you can try if this one can go inside. See, unfortunately this one doesn't go inside, but you can get a little driller, like a baby driller, and you can make a hole. Now if you make the hole too big and you make 130, 135, and it's going to be too much for your scooter, at that point what you can do, you can weld this little hole with like a plumbing welding lead, kind of like a wire, like a lead free wire, welding wire, and you can close this hole and you remake the little hole with like 100. Okay, so this one is really easy to to make this hole smaller or bigger, but it's gonna take a little time. So many times what I like to do, I just buy a little box like this one, so I have all the numbers. I'm gonna put the link of the little box right here on the video right here description, so if you need this little box. Now the problem, when you receive this little box, all the little jet, they're gonna be mixed up. So you're gonna take about 20 minutes to 30 minutes to put all these numbers right here and find the right main jet for your carburetor and put them online right here from the smaller to the big one. Okay, but now if you have the little drill bit, you can do this work too. Okay, you can make this main jet a little bigger with a little driller, like a small driller, or you can use something like that. This one is very small. You can buy a Harbor Freight, and you can put the drill bit right here in the center, and you can tie this one, pressing this button right here. You're gonna tie this part right here, and you can make the hole bigger. See, this one, you can make the hole bigger, but it's always better to have this one firm in a position where you can make the hole right here and it's not going to move. So it will be better to have a grip visor or to have this one in like a large grip, so you're not going to move this one, because when you make a hole for the main jet, should be perfect. Okay, now this one is good to make a hole, and this one will be like a 120 size main jet right here on this little drill bit. See, if you like to make this little jet a little larger, just have a little driller like that, or you can have a regular driller but with a little, you know, the reduction on the top, so you can use a really small bit, you know, this drill bit, and you can make a hole right here on the main jet a little larger. What you just do, you just drill the hole. Make sure you have a grab visor or something to keep this little main jet stable, because you want to make the hole very perfect. Okay, so you want to go in and out. Now at this point, this main jet is a 120, and before was a 105. Okay, so this one is an easy way to make your jet a little larger. But I always like to have you know, these jets right here, so I change them. I don't have to make a hole, and these jets, they are a lot more perfect than this one right here. Okay, now if you like to close this one and make this one smaller, the best way will be to get a little right here. You can put it upside down, and what you're going to do, you're gonna make this one really hot. Okay, the best one will be with a torch, you know, with the fire, a little, you know, propane torch, or you can heat this up and really make it really hot, okay, on the fire. But if you have an electrical solder like this one, something like a little electrical welder for electric, this one is okay too if you have a really long point. Okay, you need to make this one, the main jet, really hot. Okay, now making this one really hot, it will take you a little longer with this one, but it's okay. If you have a little time, you can do this one. After you make this one really hot, right here you have some lead-free little wire for welding right here, and you're just going to right here weld. After you place a little bit of this welding product right here, the little wire, you know, you're going to close this hole, and you're gonna make sure that this little welding wire is going to go as much as you can down in the hole of the little welding part, okay, of the little welding jet. Now, as much as you can, try to close this hole if you make this hole too big. That's one way to resize down this little main jet. Okay, now try to clean the sides, maybe with a little sandpaper, or with the top right here. You can clean this part right here a little bit. Okay, now right after you've done that, you can place back the needle jet right here on the top of this main jet. Okay, right after you close the main jet, this one you're going to twist it so you can put this one back with the main jet right here. See, at this point, if you really want to lower your main jet size, because now you just close it with the welder, you're just going to get a different big drill bit right here. You just unscrew it. You're going to get a different drill bit. This one you're gonna put it back. This one was 120. This one was 120, and we put it back. And what you can do, you can go down from 120. You can choose 100. You can choose 90. You can choose 95. You're just gonna find one of the drill bits that you really want to have for your scooter. Okay. So let's do with 100. What we're gonna do, you're gonna place it right here on the little baby driller, okay? Make sure you squeeze it because it has to be stable, and make sure you try and look that it's not going to wobble. If it's going to wobble, it's going to make the hole a lot bigger, okay? Now, try to get this main jet with a grab visor, like a grip visor right here, because you want to make a hole on this main jet that is going to be a 100, okay? Now, you have to find a stable place right here where you're going to make the hole, okay? When you start to feel a lot less resistance, that's when the hole is made, okay? You're gonna see some grinding parts that you have to blow away, okay? That's it. Look like we have the hole made. So this hole right now is a 100 hole because we just welded and we made a little change. Now make sure that you're going to clean the hole of this main jet as much as you can. What you can do, you can blow some air too with a compressor to make sure there is nothing inside here. Okay, this process is really easy to do, but it will take you a little time. Unfortunately, this is what I call the last resort, because see, if you want to change the main jet, use these main jets right here, okay? They're already made, they're machine made, they're perfect. If you cannot find sometime the main jet, like one time I had a really big problem to find a main jet for a Kinko, and I could not find the main jet. I went to Honda too, and they give me problems. Oh, it's gonna be a long time to get this part. So at the end I just went to eBay online and I found a new carburetor. I couldn't find the main jet I was looking for, but I found the old carburetor for $20. So at the end I bought a 19mm carburetor for $20, and it was a great deal. But sometimes if you have a problem that you have to resize the main jet or any other main jet, you can use a little drill bit and you can use a welder if you want to close the main jet. If the main jet is too big, use a welder with a welding wire right here, okay? Now this little micro box of drill bits, they're very good, you know, they're very good, and they will help you a lot to find the size of your main jet if you need to find the size of your main jet, or they will help you a lot to find the way to enlarge or reduce one main jet. Okay, in this video I just finished to show you how to find out the size of your main jet if nothing is right here or printed on the main jet, okay? So this one is one easy way. Now with this little drill bit you can make also the main jet a little larger, or if you need to reduce that you will have to weld this little main jet with a welder and some welding wire right here. Now you're gonna melt it, you're gonna close the main jet. After that you can reduce the little hole with this little drill bit. Okay, so if you have a 120 you can reduce to 100. If you have 100 you can reduce to 95 just by welding, you know, this little cable inside the little main jet. This one is going to be an easy process to do. Now do this if you really have to, because the problem, sometimes this hole will not come up really perfect if you do it manually. Now if you have a press, if you have a drill with the press that you can go down, will be perfect. The hole will become perfectly. But if not, just buy a box of main jet that I will put the link down here so you can fix or upgrade your carburetor jet in an easier way, okay? Okay, at this point I'd like to thank you very much for watching my video. Click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and thank you!